Hi, welcome to the Jeff and Jerry Show. My name's Jeff. I'm the Borough Manager of Mount Pleasant, and my co-host,
Jerry Lucia, Mayor of Mount Pleasant.
Jerry. We did this show last year, and you and I came away so impressed with these students and their projects that we went even further with doing some things for these kids.
Well, it's projects like this that really make you want to help them and encourage them, and that's what all we want to do.
And we are at Ramsay Elementary School, and we are with the 5th and 6th grader STEM program. And the STEM program stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And these kids, I know we've all been to school, but these kids, they went above and beyond, I think, what I even did or you did in school, I know. And so when you meet kids like this, you get impressed.
Well, you sure do. And they're energetic.
Yeah.
You can see it in their face when you talk to them, which the public will be able to see.
And we hear so much about kids today, and we always hear about the problems, but we always want to highlight the students like this in our show. So one of the highlights of our show is always talking to the teachers. And the teachers are really the behind the scenes of this kind of programs, don't you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm Christy Froliger. I teach Science and Social Studies 5th grade. So my STEM team consists of 4 kids, and they were hand-chosen by myself and the other 2 5th grade teachers based on how they presented in STEM labs in our classroom, how they did their lab reports, grades, and really just the ability and enthusiasm to keep with a project and keep on building. Now, these 4 students, they have given up their recess time and our intervention and enrichment period since January. So that was all of that. We were lucky to have a lot of indoor recesses this year with the winter. So, but even on some of those nice days, they stayed in because it was right before the competition. So, and they competed at the Westmoreland, through the Westmoreland County IU, and it was actually at the IU building over there in Greensburg. So they competed against 10 other teams and did the best that they could do. The project this year was to build a household item. So in every student at this competition took it as a different way. My students in 5th grade built a multi-bot, which is a robot, which would actually, I would believe, a household item for the future that probably every house would have, similar to the Jetsons and having Rosie the robot for there. So.
That's what I was thinking when I saw it.
Absolutely.
Except for the, I think she had a apron on.
We have a picture of an apron because she does everything, our multi-bot. And we never decided if it was a he or a she. We keep changing it as we go. I think we normally say he, but we're not sure on that. So, but the kids, as part of their STEM challenge, yes, they had to make a household item. They had to do a blueprint. They had to do a presentation. They had to obviously learn how to build out a Connects. These kids haven't learned how to build out a Connects before. They had to use at least 1 motor. These students used 3 motors in theirs. Their robot actually will walk, and you will see that. Plus, they had to do a display board. They had to do a journal every day. So the kids were writing in the journal every single day of what their progress was. How did they do that? So overall, this is, yes, they gave up their recess and IE time, but it was such a learning experience for them that they had to do all of these different disciplines and put it together into one big project.
Now, did they get extra credit for this participation in this program?
No grades for this at all. No. So it's just something that they chose. And at the beginning, when I tell the 4 kids that they're going to be on the STEM team, they actually sign a contract that they will work cooperatively with others. All ideas would be heard, that they will have to give up recess and IE time. So if they want to do it, it's on them. So if someone says, no, they don't want to do it, I'd have to go to another child and do that. So right now, no one's turned me down as of yet. So.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is this is the 5th year that we have been doing this.
Year.
Yes. So, and we hope to continue on next year too. As long as the Westmoreland IU continues to do the program, we're going to continue to be part of that.
Is this the only 5th and 6th graders in the school district? Is here at Ramsay?
No, there is 5th and 6th grade at also Norvelt and Donegal. So as
did they participate?
They do not. For the IU, they have one team from each school district can participate. So I think kind of because we started it here at Ramsay, we've been able to continue doing it here, and we've had such great success with it. So I don't know. In the future, we'll see if it changes to a different school too.
Well, if the IU doesn't do it, I mean, maybe Jerry and I can have a competition among all the schools.
Sure.
You know, and we'll
that
do-
would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Among
that would
our
actually
school
be
district.
fun to do.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So that way, then all the teams, and then they can meet the kids from the other schools before they get up to the junior high. So I actually really like that idea.
Well, we'll have to work on that. Okay, so let's how about we introduce the kids next?
Okay.
So we're gonna let the kids come up, and we're gonna take a step forward. And your name?
Addie Belanger.
Addie. And what grade? You're fifth grade.
I'm Cole Chatfield. Helena Harmoning. Paige Lawrence.
Okay, so this is the fifth grade team, and this is the multi-bot project. Am I right? Yeah. Is there a leader among you kids? No. No. So everybody has equal part of the team, right? Okay, let's first talk about why you guys decided to sign up.
I signed up because, well, I thought it'd be fun and try something new.
I thought it would be a great learning experience and so that I could get to learn these kids better.
This was an opportunity for me that I didn't really want to pass up because I might never get it again.
I wanted to learn how to build with K'NEX pieces because I'm not very good at that kind of stuff.
You are now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, Jerry, since you're by the robot, let's first talk about, maybe we can talk about,
Let's talk about the making of the
yeah,
robot.
who
before
did
you
the,
get to-
each one of you had a different part of the project, am I correct? So who did the book and the poster board? Or did you all do it together?
We all did the poster board.
Okay, so does anybody want to talk about that? Who wants to be the...
They actually have a presentation if you want to see the presentation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about let's just do that then?
Good.
We'll just have someone do that. We'll just have you do the presentation, and we'll keep quiet.
Today we will be introducing our new household product, the Multibot. The name says it all.
Our product is called the Multibot because it has multiple purposes.
For instance, it can clean, cook, and guard your home.
It can also do your chores. Remember when you had to sweep the house and take out the trash?
Well, no more of that. The Multibot does it all.
The Multibot is also environmentally friendly. It runs on rechargeable AA batteries and is made of recyclable plastic pieces.
The bot will clean your house with chemical-free products.
It isn't made of metal, so it doesn't create smoke that pollutes the air.
The Multibot is also an item you can reuse, so you don't have to throw it away. The Multibot has 5 purposes.
These purposes are cooking, cleaning, security chores, and can help children with their homework.
The Multibot is good for any size family.
Why would you want this new household product?
The Multibot will keep your house safe when you are out having fun.
It keeps your house clean all day, every day. It is a great way to care for pets and people.
This environmentally friendly robot is recyclable and reusable.
Look for the Multibot on the shelves of your favorite store.
To build the Multibot, we only use 724 K'NEX pieces. We also have a list of reasons of why it is environmentally friendly.
In the process of making the Multibot, we made a binder and we put how many pieces of each type of piece we used. And we split it up into sections. For head example, we did these certain steps to make the head. And it split up into different body parts we made. And then eventually we put them all together to make the Multibot.
I wrote in the journal every day of what we accomplished since January 8th. Here's how the Multibot walks.
Whenever you leave your house, you can turn the Multibot on security mode. It then gets a 360-degree view of your house. Any questions?
How much is it? No, that's unbelievable. It walks better than Jerry and I can tell you that, Jerry.
Well, you know what, Jeff? They were very organized in getting it together. You don't drive a car that smooth.
No, I don't. No, I don't. So I saw the idea of the head. Now, does it do other things? It takes care of pets and cleaning.
Open that board so they can see the pictures better.
So I see it folds towels and everything. So it really does everything, huh? Does it demonstrate anything more, or we saw the whole demonstration at that point?
The whole demonstration.
Okay. So what was the hardest part of this project? Is there one part that you really thought was a difficult part?
The hardest part was probably building the legs because we couldn't decide if we had to use wheels or make legs. So we just combined both of them to make legs with wheels.
How about that? That's a good idea, huh? Now, does your teacher, when you have a problem like that, does your teacher get involved, or does they just say you figure it out?
A little bit of both.
Okay. And what was the most interesting part of this project that you didn't realize when you were doing it?
Well, whenever we connected the legs to the body, it kept falling over, and then we'd have to rebuild it and then connect it again. So it took us a really long time to figure out how to do that.
Okay. And when you talk about how to do it, who planned? Like, who come up with the idea of a robot? All of you?
Yes.
Okay. And did you guys work well as a team, or was there a little bit of disagreements or anything with much of it?
Really well together. We worked really well together. I think we weren't really that much friends before we did this, but now we all have a friendship that not many people can understand. So.
Now I can, because I do think that's really a benefit out of projects like this. When you work as a team, you become actually friends of each other. So is there anything else that we need to know about the multi-bot before we go on to the next project?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I know that you did well in the contest. You didn't get the trip to Harrisburg this year, but Jerry and I'd say they're a winner to us, don't you think, Jerry? Okay, so let's move on, and we're going to take a break here for a second. We're going to move on to the next project for the 6th graders.
I was born and raised in Mount Pleasant and lived here all my life. I started working for Armstrong in February of 1973. I joined the fire department in November of 1976. Being a volunteer means to help people, and I guess I've always grown up knowing that helping people was the main thing. Armstrong has always been community-oriented. They've always taken care of people that came from the community. Even though I'm getting older, I still enjoy going out and helping whenever I can. Being able to help somebody when they're in need, it makes you feel real good inside.
Welcome back, and now we're going to be with Mrs. Snyder from the 6th grade project.
That's correct.
And you've been here doing this also for a while.
Yes, this is my 4th year at Ramsay in 6th grade, and Mrs. Froliger, I think I mentioned this last year, she was really a mentor to me, especially in the STEM program. So my first year that I came to 6th grade, she said, let's, continue on the program in 6th grade, because she was already doing it in the 5th grade, and we just started a 6th grade STEM team.
Now, we also talked a little bit, I asked if the kids got extra credit for this, and she had said no, but I don't think the teachers get anything extra for this either. Do they?
Well, we got to go to Harrisburg last year, and
but
it's a great program. We don't get anything extra for it, but it's a lot of fun, to be honest with you. And we really enjoy the trips with the kids. Even going to the Westmoreland Intermediate Unit this year, it's fun. We get to sit and have lunch. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but we took the kids to Dairy Queen afterwards, and just little things like that really make us that much closer to this particular group of kids. And
you give up your lunchtime or
sometimes not so much.
Recess time.
Yeah, a little bit. But they really do it pretty much on their own. Okay. Especially with this group, I didn't need to do much. In fact, I was on maternity leave most of the building time, and whenever I got back, they had really settled into their project. And good. Yeah, I know Mrs. Froliger helped out a lot with my substitute teacher that was in for me. So, good. Yeah, I couldn't be prouder of them. They did a good job.
Now, one question. These are sixth graders, so
These
are any of these, I don't recognize any of these as being from the fifth grade team. Is that
No.
how that works, or can you move from a fifth grade team to a sixth grade team?
You can. My first year doing STEM, I actually did choose 2 old and 2 new. I haven't had any old students that were on the fifth grade team since then. However, they've had some siblings on the team. These 2, in fact, have had siblings on the team in the past. So I think, I don't know, did your siblings help you at all? No. Your brothers? No.
Did they give you encouragement?
Kind of.
Oh.
My brother gave me some tips, but not much.
But yes, I mean, this was a really good team. It was a really, really good team. They worked very, very hard.
Competition's tough, isn't it?
And
A lot of schools are, I mean, these are tough competitions.
It is tough, and I believe it's actually getting tougher. You know, I don't like to toot our own horn, but, you know, just our presentation, the way we carry ourselves, and everything from, you know, being unison and wearing the same T-shirts. I think that other teams are starting to catch on to that, and I think that they're improving their presentation skills, and so, yeah, it's getting tougher.
Okay, well, we're going to see how good these students are, and we're going to let them introduce themselves, and we're going to start with you.
I'm Madison Hart. I'm in 6th grade.
I'm Brady Poole.
I'm Olivia Rega. And I'm Carter Mates.
Okay, so do you have a presentation that you want to go to next? Okay, so we're going to let you go ahead, and Jerry and I will sit back and listen.
Hi, my name's Carter Mates. I'm Olivia Rega.
I'm Brady Poole.
And I'm Madison Hart.
And we are the MP STEM Team. This is the H2o Pill and Go. Our machine could possibly change the world. And how is this environmentally friendly? Well, this machine conserves energy, has eco-friendly batteries, and uses a BPA-free design.
The water container has a snap-back lid.
When you push down the lever and let go, it snaps back up. Plus, it comes with some joys for extra supplies.
This is the H2o Pill and Go.
Brought to you by Comb Technologies.
And now for a commercial.
Have you ever been under the weather and didn't even have enough energy to open your medicine to shake that cold? You finally got that cap off the bottle and what? You forgot the glass of water to wash it down. Well, we have the answer for you. Introducing the H2o Pill and Go, brought to you by Comb Technologies. Our patent design will help people of all ages perform those pesky routines. Our environmental friendly BPA-free design will change your life forever. Look at our patient now. She used the H2o Pill and Go and she beat that cold in no time. I love the H2o Pill and Go!
Medication and Caligan not included. When ordering H2O Pill and Go, no fee processing and handling fees. Please use responsibly. Thank you.
Hi-ho, if you're feeling low, get the H2O Pill and Go!
These are blueprints.
We ended up with 405 pieces.
With a cost of $12,370. We also have our journal with the day we started, January 9th, 2018. We worked every day during homeroom, recess, and IE.
Okay, who wants to show us how it works?
I guess I don't know. Okay, so you turn on this motor, which knocks down the pills. Other way. See, it's like, yeah.
Okay, so the pills get knocked down, then
And then we have a water Culligan that you put into this little space right here. And you take a cup with a flip back piece and you put it on this cup platform. And when you push down on the lever, the water will come back, and when you let go of it, it will just snap back up, so no more water will come out of the collagen.
Okay, and so it dispenses your pill, dispenses your water, so you can take your pills with the water. That's the project? Yes. Okay. Well, again, that's pretty good. I can see we didn't use regular pills, which is good, which is a good thing. But that's very nice. So whose idea was this? Again, was this a collaborative effort among everybody?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we kind of debated over a couple of ideas, but we tried to take the two ideas that we had to kind of put them together to create one project.
And I'll ask you the same question. What was the hardest part of this project, do you think?
It was probably trying to get the collagen to hold up, because it would usually, the platform would usually snap down when you put in the collagen, so we had to make some adjustments to fix it.
Less water.
We didn't really put water in it. We pretended we tried. Or at least we tried.
That's right.
And then what did you take away from the project? What did you learn from this?
We learned how to work together, and that if good things happen when you work for it.
Okay. Well, again, Jerry, I think two exciting projects we saw today.
Very much so, and the teamwork.
Yeah.
I like to see the teamwork.
And was any of you
society? That's important.
And was any of you friends prior to this?
Yeah. We were pretty much all friends before, but now we're even better friends.
No fighting, huh?
Yes, there was.
Was there fighting?
There was a couple arguments, but overall, I think we worked hard.
Now, that's interesting, and I just want to ask you a question. When you had an argument, how was it resolved because you guys worked together and all agreed then, or was it resolved because someone said, I think this is what we're going to do? What was the best way to solve the argument?
Well, someone kind of took role and just said that this is what we're going to do, and so we just did that way.
We kind of had to, one of us would think of an idea, and if nobody would like that, then it would turn into kind of a minor argument, but
did you vote on it?
Yeah, we actually did vote on one time, but then someone else would say something, and then we would all agree on that, and then we would just end up doing that idea.
And what we want to take away from that is you can have arguments and disagreements and not agree on something, but at the end, you have a solution, and you're good friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another benefit of this, working together. Well, I'm sure you guys, you're going to move on from 6th grade, so I don't think there's a 7th grade program, but there'll be people moving up to take over, and we'll watch those projects for next year, Jerry. Okay.
Mr. Mate, do you have anything to add to it?
No.
Okay, well, thank you, students. And Jerry, again, as we do these shows, it's obvious that the kids in Mount Pleasant School District are some of the brightest kids that you and I get the chance to meet.
Oh, and at this age that they're ready to go into the junior high and the bigger things ahead of them. And to see what they can do at 5th and 6th grade level is impressive.
And, the one thing that you can look at, too, from what they learned here, they become the next leaders of our community and of the school district.
That's right. And using their head, their knowledge, and it shows what they can do in the future.
Yeah, and working together. And they'll find out that has to be, for the rest of your life, is something that you should always do. Right? Right.
We found that out.
But, Jerry, I think last year I want to talk about after we did the first show here, we realized this is something that we didn't want personally to be not funded. We use that word, but these kids in the school district, they promote this idea, but it takes money to do these projects. And so you want to talk a little bit about the Glass Festival?
Well, you and I decided that day in here, actually, that we would like to see the Glass Festival support funding-wise for this project. And when we went back to our next meeting and presented it to our board, there was no hesitation to do so.
And I think that everybody saw the value
Yes.
of doing things for students. And we at the Glass Festival, we always promoted lots of things for kids because that's the future of our town and of our community and of what we call our area. And so we wanted to make sure the kids knew this area was an area that's good to be in, and we're going to help them as much as we can.
And it's very successful.
It is, and maybe we'll have to, maybe we could next year, as they're doing some of the projects, we can maybe do at least one show as they're building it and meeting about the show, or maybe add that to the final part and then just have 2 parts of the show.
Yeah.
So the people can see the kids working together.
Well, we're proud of you guys and girls.
I like the shirts. Whose idea was the shirts?
Well, we all had to come up with a design. So we wanted to kind of keep it simple a little bit. So we decided to go with just MP STEM Team in 2018 on the back.
Okay, and we're going to have a 5th grader come over.
They want to show you the backs of their shirts too. Go ahead, help me. This is all student designed.
This would be 5th grade. Okay, so we're gonna come this way, and then you can face the camera and then turn around at the last minute and we can surprise everybody. But the front of the shirt actually has a drawing of the robot, right? Who designed that? Who was able to put that on the front of the shirt?
Well, Mrs. Froliger knows someone that is able to put pictures on shirts, so we took a picture of the multi-bot with a white background, and we sent it to Mrs. Froliger to see what she could do and see if she could get this design on the T-shirt.
And she came through. She's part of the team, isn't she?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to turn around and face. There you go. And then the back of the shirt has, I believe, the name of the and the kids' names, right? There's kids' names too. So very nice, very nice. I'll tell you, that front of that shirt's pretty good. It even has the colors. Very nice. We'll have to give her a star for that. Okay. Well, thanks, kids. The shirts are great. And Jerry, any last minute?
No, I just want the public to know that we want to bring the kids to our show to demonstrate what they do and the knowledge and the fast learning that they're doing.
Yeah. They just started in January.
Yeah.
And, this show's going to air in April. And so they did all of this and learned all of this.
Well, Jeff, they gave up their recess, but these are intelligent young adults here because they knew that the weather was going to be very bad.
Yeah.
Might as well stay inside.
That's right. That's right. They didn't lose the sunshine, that's for sure. But Jerry, I think we want to again address our audience for a second. If anybody has any suggestions for the Jeff and Jerry show, we're open for any comments or suggestions. We've had lots of good comments lately, and I think we appreciate our listeners and our watchers for coming up and talking about the show with us and giving us ideas when they see us around town. So Jerry and I feel good about that. We give up our time to do the show, and so it's good that. It's good that everybody appreciates it. We want to thank Rick Fike again from Armstrong, and we want to thank Armstrong because, they are very community-oriented. They're very resourceful that they'll help us do these kind of things. And without Armstrong filming it and putting it on the channel, no one's going to see this. And so please thank Armstrong, too, for what they've done to support the show and shows like this. So I don't have much else to say other than thanks, kids. You guys are a shining star on a cloudy day. So for Jeff and Jerry, thanks for watching and listening to the show, and we'll see you next time.